how funny is it that now Tenet is to be determined?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's what to do, right? They're pushing it a week, pushing it a week, pushing it a week. And it's like, why bother? I mean, the US is so bad right now. The release date is for Canada and the US. So even though our theaters are opening in Canada, that means nothing because that movie has to be
Oh
released
yeah,
in the
no,
whole country.
and I did read that they don't want to do a staggered release for it either
Yeah, they want it
because of
worldwide.
spoilers. And I'm like, that makes perfect sense. That makes
Yeah.
perfect sense. And you know what? Like, as much as I want to see it, I'm willing to wait.
Yeah.
It's like I think James Bond, I think, just got pushed back again. Or no, that's still November of this year tentatively.
I
But
honestly think this year is a write-off. I mean,
I think so too. I mean, to be fair, as much
you
as
have a December, like if you have a
I want
December
to see these
release
movies in
date,
the theater.
yeah, if you have a December release date, just change it for 2020 to 2021 because it's not going to happen.
Yeah, like I want to see these movies in the theater, but
Yeah.
I don't want to see these movies in the theater right now.
Yeah.
I'm willing to wait, you know? Like I almost want to see like some sort of a video of the changes that the Silver City has made so that it is a much more safer, because it's like, how do you really protect people in that regard?
No, yeah.
You'd have to do like sporadic, like if I buy tickets 1 and 2, right?
Yeah.
Then 3 and 4, and then or the ones around me can't be like, there can't be anyone in an immediate radius. So it's just, the logistics are crazy. Like
And
even
it
as
makes
I'm
no
talking
sense.
about it, I'm like, I can't handle this. And
Yeah.
I agree with a lot of them where, like, if it's a smaller movie like Greyhounds
Yeah.
that was released on iTunes or Apple TV or whatever, I'm like, that makes perfect sense. But a movie like James Bond or Tenet, wait, just wait, because I mean,
Exactly.
and
Yeah.
let's be real here, these companies are not running like with no money. They're not running with like trust accounts for these movies, and the only way that they have money is if these movies get out. They're sitting on money.
They're sitting on money.
They have more money than we could probably ever fathom. They don't talk about it because they don't ever. But you mean to tell me like MGM doesn't have a shit ton of money?
MGM's probably got a good amount. I don't think they have what they used to, but I mean, like,
No.
yeah, they got money. They got money. And I mean, maybe they should start releasing. It's hard to say. Like I read
That's the thing.
the theater president of America or whatever his title is. He was saying that companies should just go ahead and release because it's like a $46 billion a year business or something. And you're better off to release and make some money than not release and not make any money.
Now I understand that premise, like that thought process. I get that, but I'll tell you right now, um, once once we get into, like, we've passed the second wave and we've passed the potential third wave, right?
Yeah.
And specifically, United States just gets their shit together, then these movies will make money.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like, you see the reaction to these young people in, I'll say Florida. The beaches are just smashed because they think of it as it's over. So
Mhm.
they can just go and, have fun and live life like they used to. That's going to translate to movies.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh yeah. They'll totally be
But
like
if I have to wear like a full on like mask with a breathing apparatus to see this movie in the theater, I'll do it. I
I
have
think
no problems doing it.
what they should do, like how like Kevin Smith when he did the latest James Silent Bond movie, he did the road show, right? He traveled around with it. And he sat there with everybody and he watched the movie in different cities. And he ended up making a ton of money that way, probably more than he would have if he just released it wide in theaters. So why not get like some kind of traveling screen thing, like amusement park style, and travel like the Tenet Road Show. We're going to be in this city, this city, this city, this city, showing on the screen, and then have people show up in their vehicles and watch this thing.
That one will never happen because Christopher Nolan is so old school,
Okay.
and he's got power.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Like,
Nolan won't happen, but I mean, like,
Nolan is the reason why Tenet is not being released in any format other than the theater.
by the
I
way,
read the interview. The interview, I swear to God, they actually sat there and said it's all because of Christopher Nolan.
yeah.
If he said, "Yeah, sure, we'll release it on platforms," it would have been out already. And I get that, and I'm all for it.
You know, Tenet looks amazing, but I think it's really insane that right now it's not even released yet, and right now it's already sitting at over 200 million budget. That's nuts.
That is nuts, though. Actually, that is
I
crazy.
mean, I mean, what's his name? John Washington or something like that. Denzel Washington's son. You know, Robert Pattinson's in it. Good, great actors, but they're not really big names. Definitely not yet. To put that much money into movie star and those, like, I mean, that's like 20 million more than Inception cost. And look at the cast in that movie. It's insane to me to think that this movie is going to make that much bank. It probably will, but to just assume that it will because Christopher Nolan's name is attached to it, that's risky, man. And that's like, if you want to make bank, make sure you make that much money back. You better just push this thing back 2 years because it's going to be at least 2 years until you're getting full theater capacity again.
That's true. That's true. And I mean, the only thing though is I got to say though is Christopher Nolan is one of those rare directors that he can almost guarantee that this movie's going to make money.
I mean, hard to say, right?
But you're right though. You're right. It is
Like Prestige
like at least
didn't make money, and like Bale and Jackman were huge at the time when that came out. You know, like it didn't make a lot of money.
No, it didn't actually. That's right. It didn't make money. Even though it's an amazing movie,
Yeah.
it didn't make money. But it's everything after that, though.
Inception and Interstellar made a decent amount. Dunkirk made money because people eat up World War II movies like crazy.
I haven't seen that one yet. That's the only Nolan movie I haven't seen yet.
It's great. I mean,
it looked amazing.
The sound design is insane in it. You're gonna be like, this is one of the best sounding movies I've ever heard.
Nice. Yeah.
But it's I don't know. I read that and what did it say? They figure it's going to be around 400 million budget when everything is all said and done. I was just like, wow.
It seems weird that it would still have like it would be accruing budget.
Yeah, well, they wrap everything into that, right? Marketing and the whole 9 yards.
That's crazy that it's going to amount to 400 million.
Because right now the budget just says 200 plus. It could be 280 for all I know. So
that's nuts, actually. If it ends up being $400 million of a budget, like including all marketing costs and all that, that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy.
It's a brand new movie, like it's a brand new IP. It doesn't have huge stars in it. It's a very out there concept that only a certain type of audience is going to eat up.
Yeah, I don't know. Nolan's got a knack for making crazy concepts like that easy to handle. Like Inception's a fucking out there concept. Dream Thieves, that's out there.
I'm telling you, like
different layers of dreams, and yet anybody that watches that movie, I can guarantee you, most people that watched that movie was like, "Whoa, this is crazy, awesome," and got most of the movie because it's not like it's a hard movie to get.
Yeah,
it's only the ending where you're just like, oh, is this real or not?
It honestly depends on the audience. I mean, I know that my dad was excited for Inception, didn't care for it because he couldn't really understand it. I know that when I watched Interstellar in a theater with him, he was like really enjoying it until that end, and he was like, "Oh, this is just awful." Like,
okay, well, that's fair.
It's a certain type of audience that, and I mean, right now,
that's true.
Can you really tell me what Tenet's about? I don't have a clue. It visually looks amazing, but I couldn't tell you what the story is.
Time travel, something or other.
Something, yeah. I mean, going back and forth, and yeah. I mean, visually it looks insane, but I don't know.
Although, to be fair, I wasn't floored by Interstellar like a lot of people. I thought it was a really good movie, but I thought Inception was better.
Yeah, see, I prefer Interstellar. Now, I've seen it a few times and I've changed my order. At first, I was liking Inception better. Now that I've seen them like back to back, I I definitely Interstellar.
And then, of course, The Prestige.
Yeah.
For me, The Prestige tops both of them because I love that movie. I know the ending fucked you up for that one, but
yeah, I should probably rewatch it. I remember watching and just being like, this is not what I thought it was going to be.
Whereas, like, I watched it and I was like, when I got to the ending, I was like, whoa, this is crazy.
Yeah.
So good. Oh, so good. Oh.
What was it, like a twist within a twist within a twist? Like it just got twisted.
Well, yeah, because like you find out that massive spoilers for The Prestige. You find out that Bale's character Borden is actually twins. And then you find out the exact like insane lengths that they go to maintain that ruse. And it's hilarious because at one point, I think Michael Caine's character is literally like it's a double. Like it's just it's a double. And of course, Hugh Jackman's character is like, no, that's no, it isn't. It's this thing with the duplications and stuff like that, right? So then you actually find out that they're twins, and that the one twin actually cuts his own finger off, or the two fingers, because they were shot off by Angier, the great Angier. Anyway,
Okay.
And then they do those flashes of scenes where like his wife is saying like, "Today you love me," you know what I mean? Like she's just like, "That's nuts." And then Borden finds out that the duplication machine is actually legit, and that Angier is constantly killing himself to do this trick through Tesla's machine. It's nuts.
Yeah, like there was so many twists.
And then the one of the brothers actually stays in jail, and then the other brother, whichever one, brother one, will say Borden 1 stays in jail, Borden 2 ends up raising the kid because the wife kills herself.
Right.
Yeah, like, I gotta rewatch this movie though. I actually kind of want to do like a Nolan tear just because I think like, who knows, maybe I might look at Interstellar and say that it's better than Inception.
Yeah, I mean,
who knows?
The end of Interstellar was just so out there at first. When I saw it in the theater, I was all like, oh, I don't know. But more I rewatch it, I'm just like, fuck, it's too good. Like, it's so friggin' good.